for the simple fact that they that they went under the friggin' radar. And they overly praised Michael Jackson. That's all I gotta say.
I can to see some of your points there, Junior fan and stuff, and like, you know, getting a little mad that they're comparing him to Elvis and stuff like that. But, you know, I, for one, I'm going to say that I'm not really against the further coverage. I hope that is continuing and ongoing, and I hope they have, like, we get some sort of, like, weird kind of x-ray device so we can see through the 6 feet of dirt and see him, like, doing his further stages of decomposition and stuff like that, so we can continue our tribute to the great hero of our time, Michael Jackson, the great slayer of you know, media coverage and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, you know, it's the funny names for kids and stuff, but yeah, I'm not too against it. Like, I was kind of interested when this casket came to town. I was like, oh, this is cutting edge news, and it's like, oh, well, at least they're just covering, you know, the obvious things. I'm not really going too much into his, like, horrid past or anything like that. They're just kind of going after his doctors and stuff, and then they're like, oh yeah, he died of a drug overdose. Let's not really talk about that too much, you know. Let's just keep it on the civvy side of things, you know. But also, I was like, I hope it just goes into like the coverage and like who the pallbearers were and like what's going on over here, and they can stalk around their other families. I mean, you know. It'll help us ignore the real problems in the world and all that kind of stuff, you know. It's kind of like, oh, we can just talk about Michael Jackson's death more, what other drugs he was on, and it's like, what does his kids think, where his kids going. It was kind of interesting news when they were talking about how the kids weren't really his kids, or like from his dermatologist or something, like they took DNA or something from this white guy's sperm, and like he's like this hair doctor, and then they just put it in that lady who was kind of ugly, and I was like, oh, that was kind of weird. And then the kids, and I was always wondering how, like, if he was like a black guy, how come his kids are white and stuff? I was always kind of like, that's kind of a mystery, but it got solved. But again, like the news, it wasn't really covering that very much. It was just more like casket this, burial that, how many pounds of dirt this, and like, okay, the Oberman has to give his 2 cents and all this kind of stuff. And I was always like, yeah. It was kind of like, oh well, but you know, as long as they continue ignoring the real problems in the world, is all that really matters, you know, because the real problems in the world are really what is really kind of depressing to hear about. But this Michael Jackson news is kind of more of like from a scientific point of view. It's just kind of interesting, you know. All right, bye.